Hello everyone, my name is Angelo and welcome to my channel. Today we are going to talk about one of ANR Design's Kydex holsters. Just to run through the stats really quick, a lot of this stuff I'm about to say is going to be pretty obvious, and if you're new to holsters, this will be new to you, but if you've ever owned a holster before in your life, this is all run-of-the-mill stuff. It is a Kydex holster. It can come in a 1.5 or 1.75 inch clip. This is the 1.5. It is optic sight capable, and it is also light capable, as you can see. It has an optional $15 lifetime warranty or a free 30-day manufacturer's warranty. I didn't get the lifetime warranty just because I go through holsters enough that because I'm reviewing them all the time that there's no point in doing that. There is an optional rush option. The original lead time is 3 to 5 weeks, so if you need it faster than that, there is a rush option, and I believe that's like an extra $15 or something like that. Now, impressions. The mold's good. It's clean, it's smooth, it has a standard wing attachment. There's nothing really special about it. They do have different colors. I'm just cheap, so I bought the black one. Because the black one is free. The size is surprisingly small. I am kind of surprised on how small this holster is. I don't know why, but I expected it to be like the size of a Safariland duty holster. That's what I pictured in my mind, because this is my first light bearing holster. Now, with that being said, with it being a light bearing holster, the retention is on the light, not on the gun, and sometimes when you shove it in, you won't get a click. So in this time I got a very small click, but for the most part, it normally sounds like that, where like there isn't this like super active clip. I'm staring at the clip, so I said clip. But there's not like this really pronounced like stopping point and then bottoming out. So as you can see, it's pretty much a completely smooth action. There isn't like some really hard stopping point and then popping in. So just keep that in mind with light bearing holsters. That's, or at least with a TLR1 HL, that's what it's like. There's a UPS truck, I can't do anything about that. But anyway, yeah, so just keep that in mind when you go do a holster like this. Now, again, with retention, you have 3-screw adjustable retention system, which I think is pretty impressive. At least for me, that's impressive. I'm assuming it's so that way you can have 3 points of tension on the light. Like I said, I would assume this is my first light bearing holster. I don't know exactly how they work. The only complaint that I have, and I have this complaint with all holsters with wings outside of like T-Rex arms, is that the retention and the wing is the same screw set, so I can't tighten down the wing without also increasing retention. And the issue I have with that is this. Obviously, T-Rex arms resolves this issue by having their claw being completely separate. But that's a different holster company, and they're also a little more premium in my opinion. Now, speaking of premium, this was $80. Now, I don't remember if I paid $5 extra for a wing or not, or if it came with the wing, but I did not pay a premium for the light. This was a holster that was designed for a light in the first place, so I think the premium was already part of it. I think the holster by itself without a light is $70, but don't quote me that. I'd have to look at the website again. But I did pay $80, and that does fall in my premium quality holsters. Now, like I said, outside of that, the only real downside to this holster, in my opinion, is the single clip, the retention screws in the claw, like I talked about earlier, and then the lack of an audible click. I mean, there's a small run right there, but outside of that, this is a great holster. At least for the impressions. I've already worn it for a couple days now, and I don't really have any major complaints whatsoever. But just also a little shout out to ANR Designs. They didn't send this to me. Again, I bought it. But one thing I did notice when I was browsing their website is that you can get holsters, their Kydex holsters, with the Safariland QLS OWB option. So if you don't want to buy a Safariland holster and you want to buy a holster specific to your gun, but you still want to use the Safariland QLS system, they do have an option to get a holster that way. Now, it's not cheap. I believe it's like $100 or $120 for that holster, but if you're looking for a holster specifically for your gun, I would definitely check out ANR Designs, and maybe they can hook you up. Now, from what I can tell, ANR Designs, they do pretty much standardization here, so pretty much any light that you see in any other holster company, the TLR1, the Enforce, APL, and the Olight Valkyrie, I think. Those are the three main ones that I consistently see. If you have one of those lights, ANR Designs probably has a holster for you as long as they have the gun model. They have pretty much every gun model, because they even have the P10S and the P10F, which is what I was really surprised about. Now, they may have changed that recently because this was, again, about 2 months ago, so they may not have those models anymore. But hey, I would definitely check them out. They are definitely on the better side, if you're willing to spend that extra premium money to have a holster. And that's pretty much it. The only other thing I can really say, and this is again unique to them, is that their website is definitely a step above the others. So the others have this real traditional, where like the picture's right here, and then you have a bunch of drop downs right here, whereas their website, you pick the holster and it literally goes step by step, and it explains every single step in detail, and it explains all the different upcharges that you might get as you're going through, and it tells you right then and there, and it updates the total as you're going. So you already know how much you're paying before you even get to the checkout, so you don't have to go back. I don't know. Personally, I was just really impressed overall with their website, and I am fairly impressed with this holster. Again, in the 6-month review, my opinions might change. I did buy a clinger cushion for this. I don't know if I'm gonna put it on though, because the holster is already pretty comfortable as it is. But yeah, that's pretty much all I got to say about this holster. If you guys have any questions, go ahead and leave a comment below. I do have a Patreon, and I would appreciate if you would at least go check that out. That would help me pay for more things on the channel, like ammunition or more holsters. And also, I have a Facebook page, so if you want to get in contact with me privately, you're more than welcome to do so. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see y'all on the next one.